There's a mountain inside every person, not a physical one, an internal one. Some people spend their entire lives trying to climb it. They wake up every morning, look at that mountain and think, today I'll finally reach the top. But they never do. And here's the cruelest part. They're the ones who built it. Every doubt, every fear, every limiting belief, they stacked those rocks themselves, stone by stone, year by year.
Today, I'm going to share with you 7 principles from one of the most powerful mindset books ever written. Not the fluff, not the filler, just the 7 insights that, if applied, will help you stop sabotaging yourself and start climbing for real.
Principle 1. Self-sabotage is not weakness, it's protection. This is counterintuitive, so stay with me. When you procrastinate on that important project, you're not lazy. You're protecting yourself from the possibility of failure. When you stay in a relationship that's going nowhere, you're not weak. You're protecting yourself from the pain of being alone. When you don't start that business, that YouTube channel, that creative project, you're not uninspired. You're protecting yourself from judgment. Your brain's #1 job is keeping you alive, not keeping you happy. And in your brain's primitive logic, safe is better than successful. The mountain you're trying to climb exists because somewhere along the way, your brain decided that staying where you are was safer than reaching the top. The first step to change is realizing that your self-sabotage has been trying to help you. It's just using outdated information. Principle 2. Your emotions are data, not directions. Most people treat their feelings like commands. I feel anxious, so I shouldn't do this. I feel scared, so I must stop. I feel unmotivated, so I'll wait until I feel ready. But here's what the research shows. Feelings are information about what you're thinking, not instructions for what you should do. Imagine if a pilot treated every warning light as a reason to land the plane immediately. They'd never reach their destination. Instead, they read the data, understand it, and fly through the turbulence anyway. Anxiety isn't a stop sign. It's a signal that you're doing something that matters. Fear isn't a wall, it's a compass pointing toward growth. When you feel resistance, don't ask, how do I make this feeling go away? Ask, what is this feeling telling me about what I truly value? Because here's the truth. You only feel fear about things that matter to you. You never feel anxious about things you don't care about. Principle 3. Your identity is not fixed. It's a story, and you can rewrite it. Think about how you describe yourself. I'm not a morning person. I'm bad with money. I'm just not creative. I've never been disciplined. These aren't facts. They're stories you've told yourself so many times that you believe they're true. Neuroscience calls this neuroplasticity, your brain's ability to rewire itself throughout your entire life. Every time you think a thought, you strengthen a neural pathway. Every time you act differently, you create new pathways. You are not stuck with the brain you have today. You are building the brain you'll have tomorrow. Here's the practical shift. Stop saying I am and start saying I was. Not I am lazy, but I was lazy, and I'm changing that. Not I am undisciplined, but I used to be undisciplined. Now I'm learning. This small language shift tells your brain that the past is not the future. The story can change. Principle 4. What you resist, persist. This is one of the most counterintuitive but powerful psychological principles ever discovered. When you try to suppress a thought, what happens? It gets stronger. When you try to push away an emotion, it grows. When you fight against a problem, you give it more of your energy. Think of it like this. Whatever you fight, you become. If you spend your life fighting against poverty, you stay focused on what you lack. If you spend your life fighting against criticism, you stay focused on what others think. The alternative is to acknowledge, accept, and redirect. When the negative thought appears, don't fight it. Say, I see you. You're here, but you don't control me. When the fear arises, don't push it away. Say, I feel you. Thank you for trying to protect me, but I'm choosing growth today. By accepting what's there, you stop giving it power. And when you stop giving it power, it slowly fades. Principle 5. Discipline is self-love, not self-punishment. Most people have this completely backwards. They think discipline means forcing themselves to do things they hate. They think it means being harsh, critical, and unforgiving with themselves. They wake up and say, I have to work out. I have to eat healthy. I have to be productive. And because it feels like punishment, they eventually rebel. But here's the reframe that changes everything. Discipline is choosing what you want most over what you want now. When you work out, you're not punishing yourself. You're loving your future self enough to give them a stronger body. When you save money, you're not depriving yourself. You're loving your future self enough to give them security. When you work on your goals instead of scrolling, you're not forcing yourself. You're loving your future self enough to give them the life they deserve. The most disciplined people aren't the ones who hate themselves the most. They're the ones who love themselves enough to make hard choices today for a better tomorrow. Principle 6. Your environment is stronger than your willpower. This is the principle most self-help books get wrong. They tell you to try harder. But willpower is a limited resource. It's like a phone battery. It drains throughout the day. The real secret is to design your environment so you don't need willpower. If you want to eat healthier, don't put cookies in your cupboard. Put apples on your counter. If you want to exercise in the morning, sleep in your workout clothes. If you want to write, leave your laptop open with a blank page. Your brain takes the path of least resistance, always. So instead of fighting that fact, use it. Ask yourself, what's one small change I can make to my environment that makes the right choice easier and the wrong choice harder? Maybe it's putting your phone in another room while you sleep. Maybe it's uninstalling social media apps. Maybe it's prepping your meals on Sunday. These small environmental changes compound. They don't require willpower. They just work. Principle 7. Action comes before motivation, not after. This might be the most important principle of all. We've been taught to wait. Wait until you feel motivated. Wait until you feel inspired. Wait until you're ready. But motivation doesn't lead to action. Action leads to motivation. There's a psychological principle called behavioral activation. It shows that when you act, your brain releases dopamine, the motivation chemical. The more you act, the more motivated you become to keep acting. Motivation is not the fuel that starts the fire. It's the flame that appears after you strike the match. So if you're waiting to feel ready, you'll wait forever. The only way to feel ready is to start before you're ready. Write one sentence. Take one step. Make one call. Do 5 minutes. That's all. Just 5 minutes. And here's what happens. Those 5 minutes create momentum. Momentum creates motivation. Motivation creates more action. It's a flywheel, but you have to push first. So here's what I want you to do. Not next month. Not when you feel ready. Today. Take these 7 principles and apply one each day for the next 7 days. Day 1. Notice one way you're self-sabotaging. Ask, what is this protecting me from? Day 2. When you feel a difficult emotion, say, this is data, not directions. Ask, what is this telling me I care about? Day 3. Catch yourself saying, I am, and change it to, I was, or I'm learning to. Day 4. When you resist something, pause and accept it. Say, I see you. I'm not fighting you anymore. Day 5. Make one choice today that future you will thank you for. Just one. Day 6. Change one thing in your environment. Make the right choice easier. Day 7. Take one action before you feel ready. 5 minutes. Just start. Here's what nobody tells you about climbing your internal mountain. The summit isn't a place you arrive at. It's not one day when I finally have it together. The summit is today, right now, this moment. Because every time you choose growth over comfort, you're standing at a higher elevation than you were yesterday. Every time you act despite fear, you've climbed. Every time you choose discipline over distraction, you've climbed. A mountain isn't outside you, it is you. And you don't have to conquer yourself. You have to understand yourself.
accept yourself, and then, gently, guide yourself higher. You've been carrying this mountain your whole life. Isn't it time you started climbing?
If this resonated with you, I have 2 requests. First, take the 7-day challenge. Actually do it. Don't just listen and forget. Apply 1 principle each day and see what shifts. Second, subscribe to the Mind Shift. Every week, we break down powerful ideas from psychology, philosophy, and self-mastery into actionable wisdom you can actually use. The Mind Shift, because your mind is the only mountain worth climbing.